OutDaughtered. Adam Busby shares sultry snap with swimsuit-clad wife Danielle on the beach. Adam and Danielle Busby recently celebrated their 14 years of marriage at a beach resort and made sure to share photos with their fans. In a photo Adam uploaded, the OutDaughtered stars can be seen lounging on the beach. Danielle smiles at the camera in a two-piece swimsuit. In the caption, Adam wrote, "Taking a little break to social distance from Texas for a few. 14 years married to this beauty." The July 19th post, which Adam shared with his more than 1 million followers, received more than 140,000 reactions in only 4 days. In the caption, Adam also assured that they are safe in the unnamed resort because guests were kept at 30% of capacity. As reported by Cheat Sheet, Adam recently defended himself and his wife against criticisms over their children-free vacation during a pandemic. The couple, who lives in Houston with their 6 daughters, have been intentionally keeping their marriage healthy through the years by occasionally spending time away from their children. Adam assured fans that their children are safe, but did not elaborate on their whereabouts. The couple are parents to Blake Louise, Quintuplets Ava Lane, Olivia Marie, Hazel Grace, Riley Page, and Parker Kate. Danielle recently gave fans of their show a glimpse into the family's new temporary home, as reported by Good Housekeeping. The family moved into a new home after selling their old house because of mold problems, as reported by Good Housekeeping. Season 7 of OutDaughtered, which began on June 2nd, follows the family as they cope with the coronavirus pandemic. The TLC show premiered on May 10, 2016. The couple have been homeschooling their children because of the ongoing pandemic. Adam and Danielle also had to cancel their party plans for the Quintuplets' 5th birthday last April 8, as reported by People. Another birthday that the family celebrated under lockdown was that of Blake, who turned 9 years old last April. But it's not all indoors for the family. Recently, Danielle Busby shared a lovely image of her daughters enjoying an outdoor activity. While the photo was taken outside, the children remained in an enclosed area in compliance with the stay-at-home orders. The girls wearing colorful t-shirts and shorts were all smiles as they enjoyed each other's company. OutDaughtered. Why Hazel Busby of the Busby Quints has an eye patch. Hazel Busby of the Busby Quints from TLC's OutDaughtered is wearing an eye patch. Here's what's going on. TLC's OutDaughtered is back with Season 8, and fans are wondering what the Busby Quints are up to now. Adam and Danielle Busby attained fame for having the whole set of all-female quintuplets in the U.S. And Hazel Busby, one of their young daughters, gets a lot of attention due to her sweet demeanor and red hair. Unfortunately, Hazel is currently wearing an eye patch. Here's why. What happened to Hazel Busby's vision on OutDaughtered? The Busby Quints are truly one of a kind, and Hazel is loved by fans. The pint-sized child is known for being one of the sweetest of Danielle and Adam's kids. But she's also known for her eye troubles, as the Busbys have chronicled Hazel's various surgeries and eye doctor trips to explain what's going on. Hazel was born with an eye condition called nystagmus. The condition causes her eyes to move back and forth rapidly, and it already landed her in surgery back in 2016. This surgery fix is not even about her vision, Danielle explained at the time. It's more so to correct the placement of where her eye goes to focus better, so she doesn't have to turn her neck, which is a huge deal. The surgery was helpful for Hazel, but the fight to correct Hazel's condition is far from over. She'll need more surgeries in the future, though Adam admits hearing this news felt like a gut punch. Adam and Danielle have made great strides in assisting Hazel with her eye condition, but it looks like additional steps need to happen. Now, the Busby Quint is sporting an eye patch, and the parents are explaining why. Something new that happens this season is that she does start to wear an eye patch to kind of strengthen one of her eyes after a new prescription, Danielle explains to People. So, we wear that every once in a while for a couple of hours a day. Danielle further explained that Hazel should wear the eye patch for a collective 2 hours per day, but it doesn't have to be one solid time. The goal is to get Hazel to tolerate the eye patch intermittently to get her left eye strengthened. She has 2 different prescriptions in both of her eyes, and so when we updated the prescription, she found that her vision was changing, Danielle noted. It was getting good, but that one eye was just a little bit weaker. So just to kind of strengthen it, we covered the other one up a little bit a day. The Busby Quints are growing up fast, Hazel included. So, how old are the kids now? They're currently 5 years old, but will be turning 6 in April 2021. Blake Busby, the oldest Busby child, will be turning 10 in April 2021. Not only will fans get to hear more about Hazel's eye condition in Season 8 of OutDaughtered, but they'll also get to hear more about the schooling plan for the Quints. Last season, Riley Busby's intelligence was off the charts, putting her a grade level above her 5 sisters. But it looks like all the Busby Quints, Riley included, are headed to kindergarten together. We're interested to hear more about why Adam and Danielle chose to have all the kids together despite their different levels in school. We're excited to see everything the Busby family gets up to in Season 8 of OutDaughtered. What is wrong with Danielle on OutDaughtered? What is wrong with Danielle on OutDaughtered? Her husband, Adam Busby, alerted fans when his wife Danielle Busby had a medical crisis on a few occasions. She's got some ongoing health issues, but precisely what is wrong with her? What is wrong with Danielle on OutDaughtered? As a busy mom to 6 girls, Danielle Busby doesn't have time to feel unwell. But she's struggling. The mother of oldest Blake Busby and Quints Olivia, Hazel, Riley, Parker, and Ava Busby, she stays busy with non-stop parenting. The good news is that even with her health issues, she can rely on her soulmate, Adam. A while back, Danielle shared the origins of their love story. The duo met while working at Target when she was just 20 and he was 21. After working together for months, Adam asked her out but then blew her off on what would have been their first date. The OutDaughtered parents finally had an official first date, but he took her out to dinner with his whole family. It was awkward, but she agreed to be his girlfriend anyway. After more than 2 years of dating, he proposed on Christmas Eve, the day after her birthday. They married 6 months later, and the rest is fun family history. But there was trouble along the way. When the Quints were 5, she had surgery because of chronic pain. That pain often left her bedridden. She'd been diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome and polyps in her uterus. Danielle had a hysterectomy to stop the pain. That was in 2019, and she hoped it would fix all her issues. The surgeon also found endometriosis when they did the procedure. They salvaged her ovaries, which meant she was spared early menopause. While this procedure addressed some pain, later she was plagued with other issues. The good news is she knows she can rely on Adam, and with her health concerns, that's increasingly important. But what exactly is Danielle Busby's medical diagnosis? Is it serious? Is it curable? Let's dig in and see. Danielle Busby's illness chronicled on TLC show. In OutDaughtered Season 8, Danielle Busby suffered severe migraines and pain. Her devoted husband, Adam Busby, took her to the emergency room for testing. They ran an EKG on her heart and a series of blood tests. But these tests were fruitless, leaving them both frustrated with the lack of answers. At the time, Danielle said she missed out on important family milestones. When the Quints first learned to ride bikes, she couldn't participate because of her pain. Instead, she sat on the sidelines as her youngest girls learned something new. Danielle later went to her regular doctor to try and get answers. He referred her to a cardiologist who had her wear a heart monitor. Next, she began suffering arm numbness. And she was hiding it from all her girls, as seen on OutDaughtered. But with the heart monitor, something she couldn't hide, they had a serious discussion with the girls in Season 8, Episode 8. They downplayed it and told the kids it was just to make sure she was healthy. But Adam was worried that she had a heart problem at age 37. At Bay Area Heart, the doctor ran a transesophageal echocardiography TE test. And the cardiologist, Dr. Snell Patel, told her that there was an abnormal connection in her heart. Danielle Busby learned she had a hole in her heart, with Adam at her side. But does that require surgery? And is that her only medical issue? Will the OutDaughtered mom recover, or is she still sick? Heart surgery needed for OutDaughtered mom? The little hole in Danielle Busby's heart is called a patent foramen ovale. Yet the specialist said her heart's normal and healthy. About 1/4 of people have these slight malformations in their hearts. While this seemed like an answer, it was not. She didn't need surgery. And Danielle's troublesome symptoms had another origin. At the time, Adam said, "It just leads to more questions." Already, She had to wear an anti-nausea patch on her neck due to chronic motion sickness. Some of in January 2021, she was in the hospital for an invasive test they hoped would provide clarity. So far, it doesn't seem to. The Busbys are frustrated at the lack of a diagnosis and her ongoing symptoms. The OutDaughtered mom of 6 symptoms include. Thankfully, Adam's been supportive and said he supports her and is trying to take as much of the weight and burden of everyday chores and tasks with the kids off his wife. If Danielle Busby has a day of intense pain, he takes the kids out of the house so she can relax. Does Danielle have an autoimmune disorder? Danielle Busby from OutDaughtered says her issues and pain come in waves. Currently, she says that she may have an autoimmune disorder. Those can be difficult to diagnose, and symptoms can be off and on, as hers are. If you aren't familiar with autoimmune disease, it's not really one, but many disorders fall under the umbrella. If you have one of these disorders, your immune system attacks your body. The most common ones are rheumatoid arthritis, celiac disease, Graves' disease, type 1 diabetes, lupus, multiple sclerosis MS, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and inflammatory bowel disease IBD. They can be challenging to diagnose as there is no simple positive/negative test. For now, Danielle Busby says she's getting more blood tests to try and figure it out. So, what's wrong with Danielle from OutDaughtered isn't a simple answer. For now, she remains undiagnosed but is certain it's an autoimmune disorder. But more importantly, she and Adam are trying to live a healthy lifestyle to help her body fight these symptoms. She is trying to eat better and is consulting with a rheumatologist, a specialist in immunity diseases. After many tests, Danielle Busby's husband revealed they can now manage her condition with medications. And he says her flare-ups don't come as often now. For now, they're managing this unspecified AI disorder with medication. And Adam Busby says Danielle Busby won't let this stop her from living her life to the fullest. OutDaughtered. Adam Busby defends Riley's health on Reddit. None of our doctors are concerned. After an OutDaughtered fan expressed health concerns over Riley Busby, Adam Busby swooped in to explain the situation. TLC's OutDaughtered Season 9 shows the Busby Quints at 8 years old, and fans love observing Riley Busby's rambunctious personality. Riley is one of the most outgoing and authoritative Quints, frequently taking charge of her sisters. And when one fan questioned Riley's health, Adam Busby came to the little girl's defense. OutDaughtered star Adam Busby defended Riley Busby's health on social media. OutDaughtered Season 9 star Riley Busby has always been among the most rambunctious Busby Quints. As a natural-born leader, Riley excelled early on in school, and fans adore her strong personality. Unfortunately, eagle-eyed fans who love the Quints take note when they believe they spot something amiss. One fan on Reddit pointed out Riley's eye, causing Adam Busby to intervene. Not a doctor or anything, definitely not diagnosing, but has anyone else noticed Riley seems to close her left eye a lot more? The fan wrote on Reddit. I started seeing more of her and I think she might have something on that eye. I don't know. They should get a checkup just in case I'm right, and if I'm not, then it's better to make sure and avoid any possible health issues on the girls. Adam replied to the OutDaughtered fan on Reddit with his explanation about Riley. They are NICU babies, he said. They have gone to the doctor and seen specialists on a much higher frequency than most non-NICU kids. None of our doctors are concerned with anything and her eyesight is great. Fans keeping up with OutDaughtered know the Quints were born at 28 weeks and spent 2 months in neonatal intensive care. To see life be born before it was supposed to be is hard, Danielle Busby recalled in an Instagram post. Not knowing what our days were going to be, and not knowing how hard 3 months in the NICU would change your life forever. I have so much admiration for doctors and nurses who can take on a job in the NICU. Adam Busby gave an update on Hazel Busby's eyes. While some OutDaughtered fans had concerns about Riley Busby's eyes, Hazel Busby's eyes get talked about more frequently. Hazel has nystagmus, a condition that causes her eyes to make involuntary rapid movements. The Quint has had eye surgery in the past, but Adam and Danielle Busby are hopeful that eye surgeries are behind her now. Doing all this research on nystagmus and just seeing all the worst things that could happen and then stepping into this appointment and then hearing that Hazel has 20/30 vision, it's awesome, Adam said in OutDaughtered Season 9. The doctor's not talking about any surgery and hopefully we'll never have another surgery, Danielle noted. And I didn't know that 20.40 was that requirement to be able to drive, and so I just don't have that much concern about what Hazel can accomplish. Who stars in OutDaughtered Season 9. Watch the 8-member Busby family navigate their problems on TLC show. Watch the Busby family as they make a comeback on TLC's OutDaughtered with a Season 9. Houston, Texas. Get ready for an exciting season of OutDaughtered Season 9 on TLC as the Busby family shares heartwarming moments and the Quintuplets showcase their spirited personalities. From wild camping adventures to strutting down the catwalk, riding mechanical bulls, and enjoying a yes day, the girls are growing up fast. Watch as they conquer stage fright for their first dance recital, overcome bike riding fears, and pursue their individual interests. Keep an eye out for Riley's love of sports and monster trucks. Witness the unbreakable bond between the sisters, with Blake providing support and encouragement to her younger siblings. Get ready for an unforgettable season of love and laughter with the Busbys. Who stars in TLC's OutDaughtered Season 9. The devoted husband of Danielle Busby and a caring father. They first met in 2003 while working at a Target store and tied the knot in 2006. Both Adam and Danielle have faced infertility challenges, with Adam undergoing treatment for low testosterone levels and sperm motility. They co-own Rush Cycle, an indoor cycling studio in Texas. Adam has also opened up about his struggle with postpartum depression and sought professional help for the sake of his family. The loving wife of Adam Busby and the proud mother of 6 daughters. She and Adam met in 2003 and got married in 2006. Danielle also experienced infertility struggles and underwent treatments like Clomid and intrauterine insemination. She became pregnant with their first daughter, Blake, and later conceived the Quintuplets through intrauterine insemination. Danielle, alongside Adam, operates Rush Cycle, an indoor cycling studio in Texas. The eldest daughter of Adam and Danielle Busby. She is known as the best big sister in the world to her quintuplet siblings. Blake made her debut on the show OutDaughtered and has been an active participant in their family YouTube channel, It's a Buzz World. She is currently 12 years old and enjoys activities such as gymnastics, ballet, and all things pink. The fourth-born quintuplet daughter of Adam and Danielle Busby. She is described as extremely intelligent, energetic, and adventurous. Riley has a strong and colorful character, always seeking attention from her parents and siblings. Her bond with her sister Parker has helped her navigate anxious and sad moments. The firstborn quintuplet daughter and the identical twin sister of Olivia Busby. Initially portrayed as the serious Quint, Ava has since transformed into a silly, sweet, and creative little girl. She tends to observe her surroundings and is often attached to her mother's leg, earning her the nickname Mommy's Girl. Ava has a square face, longer curly hair, and was the first quintuplet to be born. The youngest quintuplet daughter and the fraternal triplet of Hazel and Riley Busby. She is known as the leader and spokeswoman among the quintuplets, often being the quickest to say no. Parker is described as sporty and has gained confidence over the years. She shares a special bond with her sister Riley and is also close to her father, Adam Busby, the second-born quintuplet daughter and the identical twin sister of Ava Busby. She is described as a goofball who loves to laugh, dance, and jump around. Olivia has a round face, curly hair, and striking blue eyes. She has a mischievous side and enjoys trolling her sisters. Olivia has been called Lulu from a young age and is often known by that nickname. OutDaughtered spoilers. It's a pirate life for Hazel Busby. OutDaughtered spoilers have found that Hazel Busby, one of the quintuplets featured in TLC's Fly-on-the-Wall reality show, might just be the cutest pirate ever. But the eye patch isn't being worn just to melt our hearts, but to help with the 5-year-old's vision. Little Hazel's vision problems have been well documented over the 7 so far seasons of OutDaughtered. Born with congenital nystagmus, an eye condition that creates an involuntary eye flutter, the youngster underwent surgery at just 1 year old. OutDaughtered spoilers. It's a pirate life for Hazel Busby. This helped correct the placement of where her eye goes, as before the operation, Hazel would turn her head to the left then force her eyes to the right so that she could focus. Sounds super uncomfortable. The surgery went well, but then, as Hazel's eyes began to cross, it was discovered she had astigmatism, with her left eye not seeing as clearly as the other. In Season 8 of OutDaughtered, which premieres this week, audiences will watch their favorite family of Quintuplets, Olivia, Parker, and Hazel 5, along with big sister Blake 9 quarantining like the rest of the country amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Due to the stay-at-home orders, Hazel wasn't able to see her doctor for 10 months as opposed to the usual routine checkups every 4 to 5 months. After Zoom appointments and finally a face-to-face appointment, Hazel received a new prescription. It was then that her parents Danielle Busby 37 and Adam Busby 38 found that her vision was changing and the left eye was still a little weaker. Throughout the upcoming season, Hazel will, at times, be wearing an eye patch to help strengthen that eye. Mom, Danielle explained that the patch must be worn over her right eye for a couple of hours throughout the day, every day. Hazel has several patch designs, like the pirate patch she wears in the adorable photo Adam posted on his Instagram. Hazel's favorite patch, though, is her mermaid patch. As if Hazel wasn't cute enough, a pirate Hazel running around the season? Cuteness overload.